Buddy's here.
Buddy is here.
Introduce our guest. Would you? God damn.
The dogs are multiplying.
So Fiona is currently attacking our guest, Jebus Chrice.
Our Lord of Laughter.
Lord of Laughter, Jebus Chrice.
Jebus Chrice.
So do you go by your you were just doing Jebus, or do you do your Christian name sometimes still, or
Christian name?
His name is Jebus Chrice.
Okay.
Yeah, I say.
And we call it the government name.
Yeah, I say. I used to go by Lou Grand.
Okay.
Really?
Yeah, that was my rap name.
I don't even fucking.
I was rapping.
Okay.
Was it 2 grand, Lou Grand? Did you ever do one of those?
No, I don't think I've ever done that one.
He's not gay.
Well, 2 grand could be anything. It could be money. It could be drugs. It could be
gay.
It could be gay. No, I wouldn't. No.
God, I feel even wrong even if I called you Lou. No, you're Jebus Christ.
Yeah, Jebus.
How many times people fuck up your name on a poster?
What do you mean, like Jebus?
Yeah. Or Christ.
I've seen him do Christ.
All right.
I've seen that.
All
Right.
Don't call
See,
him Christ.
no, I fucked it up once too. I think how's it spelled correctly?
C-H-I-S-E or
No,
C.
it's spelled like rice. C-H-R-I-C-E.
Okay, and I think it was C Rice, basically no H and or something like that.
I think you did Christ one time.
Yeah, that might have been it.
Yeah.
Can't remember. Yeah, no, it was. I was very ashamed of myself.
Yeah, I can't be the Christ.
I was like, oh,
No,
look.
no.
So okay,
The rest of the doesn't agree.
I don't want to be the Christ.
Okay, well, fuck it, straight into it. That went ahead. Where'd that come from? Because I remember seeing you when you first started doing. When I first met you, you were just Lou Grand. Yeah. So where did the?
Oh, I didn't know that.
And then one day he was just. Yeah. So I've got this idea for this character. I remember you talking about the idea. And then poof! All of a sudden,
I actually made that up decades ago.
Okay.
But it's I never done comedy.
Yeah, no, I get that.
And so finally it came back to me, and I was like, you know what, Jebus. You know what I mean?
Dude, no, I get that completely.
I've only ever known you as Jebus.
Yeah.
So I knew your real name was Lou, but I'm like, I'm not fucking calling him that.
I appreciate it.
Yeah,
I love when people call me Jebus. It's funny as shit to me, man.
Yeah, I've only ever seen you or known you as Jebus. I've never seen you perform any other way. And the first time I saw you do that too, I'm like, man, he better fucking lean into this hard.
Yeah,
Spoiler alert, he leaned into it hard. It was great.
When people call me Jebus in public, in my eye, it still brightens my day.
That's it. No, you're Jebus.
Yeah.
So I've seen various crowd reactions from it. I've seen what I love about the gimmick is you can tell when the super Christians are there because those are the ones who'll be like, I can't handle it. And it's the white ones.
Yeah.
It's the white ones. Because
I
I remember I don't was it Garner? I think it was that spot in Garner. And just 4 people were like, we love God. There was a comedian amongst them. It was his first time. And he was he loved God or something like that.
Well, it's when I was in Ghana, I saw this. It was actually black people that were in the front.
Was it?
Yeah, they got up and they walked down in the middle of my set.
Okay.
They walked and it threw my whole set off.
Yeah.
It don't bother you when it's a large crowd. If it's good nights where the lights in your eyes, you can't see it.
But
you just
when it's a bar like that.
Yeah, when it's a bar like that, it throws you off when you see people get up and walk out doing the set and shit like that.
But most of the time I see you do it and from basically word one, everybody's fucking paying attention. They're just like, what the fuck? And then you grab them super early and then
that's one thing it does do. It gets people's attention.
It does get people's fucking attention.
It doesn't matter if we're at a bar and people talking through everybody's sets. Once I get up there, I get out there, they shut the fuck up. At least, you know what I'm saying?
Because they were
allowed to cuss on this, right?
Oh, yeah.
Cool.
They're just like, what the fuck is that?
Yeah.
I'm Jebus Christ.
Jesus Christ.
The Lord of Laughter.
Can I get an 8-bitch?
Hey, bitch.
And it's right here, the louder the 8-bitch, the more energy I got. Whenever I don't get the 8-bitch, if I get 2, 3 8-bitches, I know I'm like, oh shit, this ain't gonna be nothing.
I get that completely.
I've seen it both. I've seen it where it's been 3 people going, hey, bitch. And I've seen you have the whole crowd doing it at the same time. I love when you lead into it so hard, you just start going off. It fucking kills me every time.
Yeah, you get that preacher flow and it's the Holy Spirit going through you.
When I get a crowd that says 8-bitch and I can hear it real loud, that's when I really get into it. I dive into it. It's the little bars where you only get people, 1 or 2 people saying it.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, they're not gonna be into this. Yeah.
But what I love is when you got people who are out there for comedy who are also religious, but when they get it, they're like, yeah, this is I get Like I think you know Tim, right? Tim Pridgeon.
Yeah.
Like I know he's just like, dude, he thinks it's funny. Like I'm gonna go to this bar and I'm gonna drink, and then you show up, and then there's a bunch of nobody's doing comedy, and you're like, I don't know who the fuck these people are. What the fuck he's talking? I just want to get drunk and be sad, but this guy's talking about getting raped in a bus. Like like it's like what the fuck? Like I get it, but at the same time, like it's when you go to a comedy show, like like open mics is a completely different thing from a comedy show. Like,
it is, but at the same time, the same rules should apply, man. You're going to a comedy show.
Well, yeah,
well, it's like this right here. If you go into a comedy show,
I'm sorry,
and the comedian does clean comedy, that's one thing. But if you go into open mic and you're the super ultra religious Christian person that can't hear cuss words, but you go into open mic where you're going to have somebody.
You're in a bar drinking.
You know what I'm saying?
You deserve to say, "Hey, bitch." This is what we're getting down to.
Dude, but like I feel like my first 2 times of doing comedy like showed me the dichotomy of it, because like first time was at an open mic, second time was at an opener for like an actual like at one of the comedy and cocktail shows, and like that was back when they still had openers. But Father, Son, Holy Spirit, forgive me. But
nice.
But like, so when you have a crowd there that's there for comedy, who are there to it's easy. Like I don't mean this like, and like the thing is just as long as you're trying to make.
That's why I love. I know exactly.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, that's why I love all the Villes. I love Jacksonville, Fayetteville, because the audience is there for
Greensboroville. That's the one I like.
The audience is there to laugh. And they're not there to be uptight. They're not there to be all super religious. Oh, I can't hear dirt. I can't hear cuss words.
Oh yeah.
How the fuck are you an adult?
That's why I love I love the Greensboro, Winston-Salem, Kernersville area like that. Them in the Wilmington scene. Honest. Like, there's all of the scenes around here. I agree with you. They're completely, like, they're okay. Buddy, I get it. My turn. Fine. That's fine.
It's like this right here.
Yeah.
If you can't handle a cuss word, you need to go to an elementary school or something. You know what I'm
saying?
Or you at a comedy club. You know what I'm saying?
Fayetteville,
you need to be at a church.
Yeah, like, Fayetteville being a military town, we do kind of just, like, raw dog
I love
the world. But, like, I mean, fuck, like, even I know how to go out of town and, chill out a little bit. Like, and I will say, my nerves, like, the 3-minute spots they get me, they will fucking shoot lightning bolts up my asshole. Like I did,
fucking hate doing anything.
I did the open mic at Playhouse this Friday, and it's that 3-minute spot.
Yeah.
So I'm just sitting there like, all right, I got to make a good impression, but also, fucking, because I was trying to get booked, Right. So like, and gonna happen, but fingers crossed. But like, so I sat there and I went through, did my. I think instead of doing 10 minutes of material within like 3 minutes, I did like 5 instead. Like I did like a 5-minute set. Yeah. But like Steven Still, I was just like, I go out of town. That doesn't happen in town. You know what I mean?
Come here.
You get in trouble, dude. You go.
Like I go to White Rabbit and I act like a stand-up comedian. But it's just because I'm just like where I'm comfortable.
Hold on, you do comedy?
Yeah, I know, right? Like I just sit there and try my new jokes.
I've known you for years. I had no idea.
Yeah, but I try like my new bits, and it just comes out like I'm just like a comedian would be, like, and that's so weird to me. And it's just like I think it's like a comfort. I don't know, but like, also I think that was one of the biggest crowds I performed in front of in Jacksonville. That's a huge room, and that fits a lot of fucking people in there, and that was.
How many do you think?
It was over 100.
Okay.
And so.
Yeah, I said the biggest I done was that competition, the locals.
Yeah,
it was 200, right?
Yeah,
it was. I think it was 189. I believe it was.
Oh yeah, I had that on here too. That was on my.
Yeah. That was actually the last time I was at a show with you.
That was
so I think not to cut you off, but I think you had like 4 minutes left, and I'm like, dude, if he doesn't go big soon, he's not gonna get anything. And then you fucking ramped it right up, right till the end. What'd you get, third?
Second.
Second. Sorry, didn't mean to downgrade what you did. No, you did good that night. I knew you and Aisha were definitely going to be
right here. We was only 8 points apart.
Yeah.
And if I would have voted for myself and gave myself 10, I would have won by 2.
You didn't vote yourself 10?
No, both my phones were dead.
Both my phones.
Damn.
Oh man. That's the last time I saw you do it, and I'm like, dude, if he doesn't go big soon, I don't think he's gonna get this, and that sucks. And then he fucking for the next 4 minutes just went off, and he had the whole room dying. I love that room. I love doing the cameo.
I flubbed that so hard. I think that competition. Like I'm not good at competitions, and I was
What's your
talking.
mentality on it?
Well,
You're too competitive.
No. This is what happened. I was talking to Willis about this, and we'll probably talk to him about it on the podcast at some point too. But like we had. I didn't realize how competitive I was until after my set. And then I was like, I really want to win this. And then I kept seeing other people go. And then I was like, because Patrick was right after me. And I was just like, immediately, like his first line got a bigger laugh than my entire set. And so I was just like, oh, I lost. Oh, great.
That's
good.
That's the thing I noticed about you is that you get in your head. You get in your head.
I get way up my head.
You get in your head, and it's like just right here. You got to learn how to calm that down.
Dude, I can't, and that's what gets me. Like Antoine was talking about it last time with us last week, because he's like, yeah, people think you're the weird nervous. I've never even thought about this. How unapproachable I seem because I'm pacing and smoking and talking to myself, and I'm just like, I don't realize that, but like. I can't help that. When I go in public, I am uncomfortable. Like, and that's what makes me comfortable. Like I'm
the same way. I'm uncomfortable, but it's just like.
I can't hide it.
It's because I think a lot of that might have to do with the energy drinks too.
Yeah.
Because the energy drink, let me tell you right now, the energy drinks make your heart beat so fast. That's what make you get like.
Got the energy already.
No, notice I didn't.
Like, already on toes.
Yeah. Usually I've got one for each episode.
I had to stop drinking because they make my hands shake so much.
Yeah. No, it happens to me too, and that's also what happened when I was at Playhouse. I got one. I chugged it like right before my thing because I was like, I'm thirsty, and like what really pisses me off is for me it's what I use to replace alcohol.
And so you shot yourself in the other leg.
So like
instead of being wasted, you're just fucking hyped up, ready to go.
So I see my buddies drinking. I see and I'm just like blah 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 blah. This is why I don't drink because like you see the way I chug Red Bulls. That would be alcohol if I was drinking.
That's fair. Well, why everyone's sober, John.
Yeah. So I need to get it under control. Like that's probably the thing I really need to do. But then every time I say I'm not going to buy another Red Bull, like I'm like, where the fuck did this one come from?
It's like
then I'm like,
bag of cigarettes
but they're 3 for $8 at the gas station.
Oh yeah, I mean they're very enticing. It's like
the taste of like what I wish I could get is the flavor of a Red Bull without the Red Bull side effect. Like I like the flavor of the metal fruit flavor.
It's like me and my sister were hooked on them. Mm-hmm. But then it started, like my sister started having heart palpitations.
Yeah.
So she would drop them. And me, I love to play pool.
Yeah.
And one thing you can't do is
shaking
the
around.
shit while you're playing pool and being nervous and uncomfortable while you're playing pool. It's all about nerves. Pool's all about being calm.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
And you're over here like,
do
this.
See, I think what I need to do is what I need North Carolina to do is just let every bar sell those THC drinks because those things.
Yeah.
Those just fuck out.
Hang out with a nice Zach Blackfire before we go in.
Yeah. Well, no, even smoking that because I need something that I can sip. That's what I need.
That's your problem.
Yeah, I need something because I need.
I was the same way. It's like I'm a social.
Because soda doesn't do it for me.
I'm a social drinker.
Yeah.
Okay.
Same.
And it's like I do it to feel comfortable around groups of people and stuff like that. And that's why it's a good thing that I'm not a popular person, or else I'd be an alcoholic. You know what I'm saying?
Where'd you grow up? New York?
Durham.
Oh, okay.
Durham, North Carolina. Well, first
you got a very New York attitude about
Durham, Raleigh, that area.
But yeah, no, I have maybe a beer before a show sometimes. Yeah. But every time I walk into a place, everybody's like, "Oh, I love your cologne."
No alcohol was drinking before the start of Zach and JP.
Fucked it up. You were on
Zach
and
JP's burnt out hijinks. Okay, there's the intro and title card. No,
there we go.
We don't title card. We don't do any editing.
No,
he has the
disclaimer
at the front, puts the logo on it.
Say stupid shit.
Yep. And then when I find out when I'm listening to it at work if it's got any issues.
Which is funny because when I fucking edit it, it's fine. When I upload it, it'll get like a boop for like 4 seconds. You're like, hey, that's fucked up.
But yeah, man, really, well, thank you for coming out. Like, so you said you're living in Durham. Or you live staying in Durham now?
About Raleigh. Yeah.
Raleigh, okay, gotcha. Because fucking.
Jesus Christ, what's your
yeah.
social too over
Yeah. 3 numbers on the back of that card, by the way, that I have in my pocket. Oh, actually, I never know.
Oh man, but back to the energy drinks. I used to love them when I was like, 20, 21. But I had the same issues where I'm like, dude, I'm like drinking hardcore at that point. I had so many fucking energy drinks to survive the day where I was like, I can't do this anymore.
Well, I can.
Same shit, shakes, fucking heart's beating like a motherfucker.
I
You're like, dude, this is better than coffee. And you're like, no, it's not. It's killing me.
I used to be drinking and chasing my drinks with energy drinks when I was
Jesus
drinking.
Christ.
Yeah, so I was really going.
You like to dial it up to 11 all the
Jesus
time,
Christ,
don't you?
man! I don't know why. Like I'm addicted. To
anxiety
I've got
too,
a
don't
highly
you?
addictive personality. You know what I mean? Like it's always been the thing with my family. Everybody in my family's like that. Like we're just like, it's hard to kick shit. Just so hard for.
I believe it. I believe the only reason you're not on meth right now is just because you haven't had the opportunity.
Probably. I mean, also no. I know.
I feel like you'd be a really chill meth
for
head.
me, I know to say no. Like like those things and like I
There's
just
certain
like.
things,
Well, it's like I know how bad I am about the stuff that I'm on. You know what I mean? So it's like
certain lines you know not to cross.
yeah, it's just like I've always said. Like I know I look like I have a nose for cocaine,
You really do.
but I've never done it. I will never do it because I will never stop doing cocaine.
Yeah.
Like I know.
Oh, you will stop.
The first, until I'm dead. Yeah, when I'm having an energy drink of cocaine and an alcohol, and then I fucking.
I've never had powder before. I've never tried.
Never gonna do it.
No.
And I know if I ever do
And
it,
I don't want to do
I'm
this.
probably gonna be.
Yeah.
You're gonna see a slimmer
Yeah.
Lewis walking around. A slimmer Jebus. Yeah.
Jesus Christ,
That
it's not
robe,
fucking
that robe is really gonna fit. And that wig gonna be like this because it's so damn big and shit hanging off side my damn
That's my
head.
favorite
Shit.
part.
The wig will come down to the back of your head.
I look like a crack hole.
The wig will just sit on your
That's
head.
my
like a
favorite
fucking-
part is when he's like mid-speech, but he doesn't want to move the hair with his hands, so he's just like, I'm telling you.
And sometimes I do like this. I'm like, I don't know how y'all white folks do this. You know what I'm saying?
It's fucking funny.
That shit be
So,
killing me.
I
No.
fucking love it.
I hate I've got a old man wig that I use for videos and stuff, and it's like.
Is that the therapist one?
Yeah. But like, I need to use it more before my hair grows out because like, man, dude, like, I don't have it and I just don't ever use it, and it really pisses me off. I'm just like, I bought this wig to use all the time, and then like.
Oh, shout out to Mitch too for that
Just
fucking
sending
hairpiece he wore on Thursday.
Oh my god.
That's so bad.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
yeah, dude, we had at the Comedy Couch last Thursday. They did like a news theme for the
News
thing.
anchors.
Yeah, they were news anchors.
Yeah, they were reading off funny ass stories like it was
Yeah.
like this just in.
Yeah. And
Two
I was
crackheads
the-
arrested for breaking into cars.
I was the field correspondent, and I was the one drawing the names out the bucket, like from the crowd. And I think I actually upset that guy because he was like having fun with me the whole time. But then like I was like because I was just like making up shit on the spot with the people when they were pulling the shit out of the bucket. And the one I was like okay, so so me and this guy had sex last night because he's here by himself. Ha ha ha. Blah blah blah. Now here to tell us about the butt sex. Blah, blah, whoever it was, I think it was Mr. F.
No, it's even better.
No, I was like, for Mr. F, no, here to tell us about for Mr. F, I distinctly remember it was his thoughts on the conflict between Israel and Palestine.
middle of a comedy show.
I had that
Tell
one.
me your thoughts.
I had that one in the chamber the whole night.
Fucking
Yeah.
idiot.
I was like, I'm gonna. Well, it was that, or like be like, oh, let's talk about the president. And then, because
There's another good one you
yeah,
should bring in.
yeah.
Just put a mic in their face and be like, do you think we should be killing more children?
The Hunter headline that one?
Yeah.
Huh?
Yeah.
Yeah,
he was actually on the podcast right before the show,
Yeah,
too.
we got recorded with him. That was funny. His first thing was
I
like,
got headline next week.
oh shit, hell yeah,
Hell yeah. I knew you were coming
Yeah.
up. I didn't know it was that. Oh, shit, it's March already, huh?
Yeah.
Fuck, and then I think
yeah.
it's Willis the week after that, and then oh shit, god damn, that's a fun couch. I like that fucking.
I love that room.
couch,
It's been one of my
yeah.
favorites.
It was funny because like my name, he put my name in the bucket too. So like
Yeah, I
this
didn't know
lady,
that you were doing it.
yeah, one lady pulls her name out of my like, and I was like, John Paul, fuck that guy, I'm not doing this shit. Just like moved on. I was like, man,
Yeah, we just finished the podcast. You were talking to Hunter, and I was like doing sign ups. So I'm like, oh shit, let me put John in here
well,
too.
no, what happened was like I was like, because this goes back to the Red Bull thing. Well, I was, like I get so amped up before shows and shit. I wonder, when I do drink less Red Bulls, I'm gonna experiment with being healthy.
Oh,
Huh? No, what? Go
I'm
ahead.
about to say, my stomach keeps making noises. I hope it don't get in the mic.
Oh, dude. No, mine is too.
I'm gonna amplify.
I think it's the Red Bull too, because
I
like.
got to cut one. That's what.
Oh,
it is.
shit.
Yeah, I've been holding this bubble for a minute. Motherfucker's going boom,
Dude,
boom.
no,
I
I
don't want to.
You know what would have helped
I
that?
don't want to fart on this couch.
You know what would have helped
Yeah,
that? Was Chick-fil-A.
Oh yeah,
But you know what's wrong with that? Sunday.
it's close. Yeah.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
man, I
Sunday.
tell you right
Yeah.
now, I thought about going to Bojangles,
Ooh,
but
that's not even a close second.
I said, man, I can't do that to Zach.
Yeah,
Oh,
you'd have to
yeah.
blow up my bathroom. At least the good news is, if you blew up my bathroom, you could at least bless it before you leave.
Yeah, I'm about to say because
There's incense in there and
within
everything.
10,
You
within
can fucking
10
do the
minutes,
whole
I would
thing.
have to. Within
Yeah.
10 minutes, I have to blow up your bathroom.
No, I've been on antibiotics for the shit I did to my hand, and that's been that, and the Red Bulls, probably, and the coffee.
Yeah, I was actually surprised that you didn't walk in with a Red Bull today.
Yeah, no,
First time.
it was a specific choice. It was a choice, but like, yeah, but with that show, that's what I was thinking. That's why I didn't want to go up, because my heart was going stop. Like I couldn't ever calm down, because like usually like I'll go up and then I'll be on stage, expend all that energy.
Yeah, walk
and then
around
calm
outside,
down.
smoke a cigarette
Yeah,
afterwards.
and then but with that it was I had to go up. I was basically like the third
Coming up
host.
next, yeah.
So it's just like, every time I had to do it, and then I had to think of something, and then I had to interact with somebody, find something, and then like it was just
Dude,
like.
you fucked up one dude. I don't remember which one it was, but you were like, "Where'd you get those shoes?" And he just completely like white faced.
Yeah.
It's just like, what the fucking? How do you stumble on that question?
Yeah.
Wait a minute, you talking about somebody that was a...
No. He was as he was pulling the names with the
Yeah, I was
people in the crowd.
getting in the
Oh.
crowd.
He's like,
yeah.
"All right, sir, tell me where you got those shoes." And the guy just white faced, like he was
Yeah.
about to pass out. He had no idea what to say.
The lady, his girlfriend, was like, "They're hey dudes," and I was like, "That's gay."
Gay.
I have some of those. I stepped in shit in those and I threw them away.
It was so funny, especially considering like you guys know we get in front of fucking hundreds of people every night we can.
Dude, no.
So to fumble and
Well,
almost pass out on the "where'd you get the shoes"
I
question,
get up
fucking had
in
me
front
dying.
of. I love how you say you get up in front of hundreds. I get up in front of tens of people.
Yeah, tens of people.
That'd be lucky
20s.
if I'm lucky to get up in front of tens and
I tell you, I got
fives.
Lifetime hundreds.
Fives of
Does that
people.
feel better?
Although
get up 10s and 20s of people.
compared to music, how because like I know for me,
Yeah,
I've
both
done
guys.
way more stage time as a comedian than I ever did as a musician. Same for you. Do you think like actual stage time, not
Actual
like,
stage time.
Yeah,
Yeah, I've done way more stage time comedian.
so much fucking easier, right? But
Yeah, it's just you.
damn it.
Well, it's like right here.
Well, for rap, it's just you too, but there's probably a lot more.
Yeah, but it's like right here. Writing a rap verse
Hmm.
is easier than writing comedy.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I
You
get
know what I'm
it.
saying?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Now,
well, I
performing
was
is
a-
different.
yeah,
Performing
no.
is different.
I was lyricist for my first band too, so like
Right.
yeah, I completely agree with that. Like it was
Okay.
like writing a fucking a song. I can do that, but
Once
like
you start writing comedy, you
Yeah.
realize why the professionals, the pros, do a special once every few years.
Yeah, and then
Because
they'll-
you realize it's not easy to do
no,
this shit.
no,
How they
You know,
usually do it, for most of them, it's they have about a good hour and a half material. They have it all written out. They practice it for about a year and a half, and they fucking do 3 or 4 shows where he just wears the same goddamn outfit.
yeah.
And then he takes
Yeah.
the best parts. Of
I
each
have
one.
seen people saying now, like with YouTube, because a lot of people are just putting their specials to YouTube. They'll do, like I think the preferred format is 30 to 45 minutes, just because of people and their attention spans. A lot of it too, but like I
That's
mean,
fair.
I still do think that like I would like to get an hour. I think personally, I have about 30 minutes. I could do.
I think you got more closer about 35, 40. if I'm
Maybe.
being honest
I
with
mean,
you.
like, if I actually could remember everything and write it all
Dude,
down
the
and
geese
work it
alone is like 5.
It's like-
That's a
But-
lot for you
but-
in one bit.
It's like I got a shit ton of stuff, but it's
Yeah.
like it's not worked out.
What's good.
Yeah.
It's not worked out.
Yeah,
That's
like
because
some of it's stronger than the other.
when I first started doing comedy, I was doing a different joke every night.
Yeah,
every time,
yeah,
every
same.
every mic. You know what I'm
Same.
saying? So
Same.
just somebody told me, hey,
Yeah.
just somebody told me, hey, you got to work your shit.
Work
out.
your
You know
type
what I'm saying?
5, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But I was like, man, I want to do a different joke.
Dude,
Yeah.
I'm still working on my type 5. Like, I've got it. I think it's basically pronouns look like Gollum calculator. Like, if I slow it down, do it all right, that's about a 5-minute set. Because with Gollum, I can go into my cat. I guess, you know, it's, I don't know.
I don't want to say that I have all my jokes memorized for a tight 5, but I can tell you Orphans is about a minute 37 to a minute 46. With how many fucking times I've told that one.
I've just been trying to like figure it out because I've got my best joke. I've got my shit saved as like my background on my phone.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's like I've just been trying to figure it out, like, because some of those are jokes that are old as fuck. You know, like the fucking Gandalf joke is a super old joke.
Mine is the Book of Jebus.
Yep.
5 verse 15 toilet. That's the one I'm talking about. How I can,
I felt the rumbling.
Yeah. Next is Toot when I'm talking about prostitute.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Next one is Lakeisha. When I talk about Lakeisha with the waxing the.
Yeah.
Then I got the one that's racism. When I talk about how, me and the racists got into a fight. I don't know if you've seen that.
I don't remember that one.
Yeah. And then last one was Pete Diddy. When I start praying over my booty.
Oh yeah, the booty. So actually, I wanted to ask you. This is something I had. How do you just arbitrarily pick them? Like your verses, your numbers and everything, is it always just arbitrary?
No, everything's just, I don't even know what arbitrary means.
Like, do you pick them at random each time?
Yes,
like,
random each time.
Because, like, have you thought about doing a whole, like...
A book?
Yeah, like doing
I want to do a book, but it's like, I don't have the patience.
Yeah.
I mean, like, you just have it so...
reading it, they're going to be like, this is not what I remember growing up.
Yeah, I wish I could do a book and have it.
Well, just have it for
have it look like the Bible.
Yeah.
And that way, thousands of years from now, people could come. People, with spacesuits would believe that I was actually the.
Well, this is the way. No, this is the way I was thinking it. Was you have it like as. This is what you would need to do because this would be, to me, honestly, super. Write it out like a book from the Bible, like not a book, not a whole Bible,
right.
Like a book of the Bible, like like your like a Psalms book or something. But like have it so you do that and then get a Bible.
Yeah.
But right before the book of Revelation, just the book of Jebus. And some Bibles with the book of Jebus. But no, that's what I mean. Like that's what I would want to read. Like just like that book of the Bible. Like how many chapters do you think it would be? Because I think Psalms is like 123. But then you got like Ruth, which is like. I don't know. She was a woman, so they
my shit like a pamphlet. My shit like a pamphlet you get at the fucking truck stop. I really get in the rest stop.
Like a tract. Like the comics is like, this is your life.
Think about it. If you put that shit out, you get it on just Amazon alone. The amount of dyslexic people that are just trying to look up the book of Jesus Christ is gonna fuck it up. They're like, that's it right there. It's gonna cross on it. It's a book of Jesus Christ.
Jesus Christ.
They're gonna be like,
why is James Brown on the cover of this? Oh, he let himself go.
Yeah, my shit be like a pamphlet. Like,
it'd be great, dude.
Man, this ain't but 10 pages.
That would be some easy like merch you could do like with like a QR code on it, like Book of Jebus tracks, like those old school like you know what I'm talking about, like this is your life tracks or whatever. Like, but just have like the Book of Jebus, and then on the inside have a QR code with like your name and all your social media stuff on it. That'd be a cool business card.
And then just fucking bits on it too.
Yeah, have like one of your jokes, like
whatever numbers you
make
use.
them like a church, what do they call it, church program?
Church program, that'd be cool too.
That would be good for church. You know what I'm saying? Church program.
Do you remember those?
You should get this.
See, we talked about this a little bit last week, but I grew up Southern Baptist, so a lot of my childhood was spent in the Christian bookstore. Fun fact. But they had these, like, all the tracks that would, like, the scare tactic tracks. Do you remember those? They had, like, a black box with white lettering and then, like, a picture and a color or whatever. Like, but each of them was, like, if you play Dungeons and Dragons, if you, the vices of alcohol. Like, it was, like, a bunch of, like, basically just, like, you're gonna die at the end of all of them. I think there's a comedian who's got a bit about it. But, like, you could do those. But it's just like the Book of Jebus, and like with your solid black letter, have a picture, and then open it up. It's got a verse. Shit, sorry, I'm over explaining it.
Yeah,
but you could have different verses on each of them, and then be like the Book of Jebus, the booty meat, like save your booty meat, or something like that.
Pray for your booty meat.
Pray for your booty meat.
Pray for your booty meat daily.
The story of P Diddy, like just like with him and like.
We're gonna be at home just listening to it, and you're just gonna hear like an old lady down the hall, "Hey, bitch."
I got someone to support me, man.
I'm saying, man, this could be your millions. You know,
I wish I could get millions, man.
I would love it.
I would
But yeah,
love to.
dude, love that guy. Saw him perform.
I would love it. I wish I could just get a pamphlet, make a pamphlet, and sell 1 million of them for $1. You know what I'm saying? And just make $1 million off these pamphlets, right?
That'd be fucking funny as hell.
You know what I mean? Like those Jehovah's Witness pamphlets they pass out. Shit, you know what I'm saying? Jehovah's Witness.
Yeah.
The fucking picture,
the
you have
three
your profile
fold,
picture. That could be the front of it when you just.
That would be if you start getting on your social media shit. Like, just let me know if you want like people to do like you ever want to do a skit of door to door like do the Mormon thing. It's like, have you ever heard the word of our Lord and Savior Jebus Chrice?
No, I don't. I just have you kick the fucking door down. Let me tell you something.
Can I
Just hear in the background outside.
Yeah, it's one of the hallelujah.
Old ladies
In the
fainting,
name of Jesus.
That'd be fucking funny as hell.
looking massive forces of wind blowing.
Yeah.
Dude, I still think like if you ever do a special, you really do need to do like a whole.
I
like
wish
your
I could
idea.
get it, man.
Yeah,
I wish I could get that. I wish I could get somebody to let me use the church without catching on fire. I'm scared if I use the church, I'm gonna have a bad diagnosis and a doctor the next week or something.
Yeah,
you know
that's
what I mean?
fair.
Like your whole rectum is just full of. I'm like, oh wait a minute, I prayed for my rectum.
Literally.
But it's safe. Just not anymore, buddy. Sorry.
That's Baratheon,
That's right.
and that's Valyrian.
No.
Who was it?
Come on. Valyrian, the Kraken.
That's the
Greyjoy.
Iron Blood.
Oh, that's Greyjoy.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
That's the penis man who's with no penis.
And not a nerd or anything. I mean, I got the banners up there. I got all the books up there.
Yeah. I don't know how to read, but I did watch the show, and it got bad at the end of it. Dude,
Oh, that's cool.
it was so.
I don't know how to read is the part that I was concerned.
Yeah, I don't know how to read. I don't know audiobook.
Yeah, I watched the show myself.
Dude.
It's fucking. It was
Say what?
good.
Yeah,
It was
you watched
good.
it.
I could talk about it for fucking days, but how they butchered that shit from seasons 5 and on, just it was terrible. I couldn't.
Yeah.
For me, it was the White Walkers because I was like, these things are going to be so cool. It's going to be so awesome when they show up, and the wildlings were scarier than the fucking White Walkers everywhere. Like I was like, in the show, like, I don't know. I was. Ugh.
Yeah, they thought they were getting that sweet ass Disney money jumping over to Star Wars. Then they pushed out season 8. Everybody hated it, and Disney was like, "We don't want you anymore."
Yeah, which is fine because
100%, I agree.
Star Wars just set itself on fire, which is
Yeah.
something we've talked about a few times.
Oh yeah, I tell you, I agree with you 100%. Well, you know, feminism.
Yeah.
A lot of feminism kills a lot of things.
Again, I'm gonna a bitch.
Hey, bitch.
But like, God, like I stopped watching. What was the last thing? Because this is something we talk about. This has come up a lot just because Zach and I, you know, we're Star Wars people, you know,
Yeah,
like, and it comes
unfortunately.
up. But
I
like,
wish it was something cooler I was into, like heroin.
it was like with The Last Jedi, that's when I stopped being a Star Wars fan.
Yeah.
Because it wasn't even. I was upset that I let the movie being bad upset me. That's what I was upset about with. I
You
was
got it
like,
all wrong, dude.
yeah, that's what I was
That
like.
makes you a Star Wars fan. You have to hate 6 out of 9 movies.
But that's when I stopped being a Star Wars fan and became an adult. You know what I mean? Like, I was just like, I don't. But like, I'll still watch some of the stuff, but now I don't care if it's bad anymore. Like, I'm just like,
That's
if it's really bad, I won't watch it. If it's got characters I like in it, I'll check it out.
Hey, dude,
Or,
first
like,
season of The Mandalorian was fucking
First
great.
2 seasons of The Mandalorian were fucking great.
It's been a while now.
I even like the
So, I
3rd
don't know.
season. I
Is that the Lizzo one?
Huh? Yeah, that
Oh,
one
that's why I
was
turned
weak.
it off. I was like,
No, honestly, Lizzo was. I preferred Lizzo than I did Jack Black in that episode. Jack Black.
Oh, don't get me wrong. They were both terrible.
Yeah, but like,
I said,
I was just at least she had the excuse that she's like not an actor. You know what I mean?
That's
like,
fair.
When you put too much feminism and stuff into something, trying to actually make it.
Okay, so that's what
Yeah.
got me.
You know what I
Everybody
mean?
in the season 3 of Mandalorian were like, "Oh, they changed it so Bo-Katan's the main character, and she's supposed to be like she's the leader of the Mandalorians. Like that's been a thing since the Clone Wars.
My biggest
know,
issue
Like, and
is
it's yeah, that was,
how much they just dog shit on the Mandalorians. They're
Oh.
supposed to be damn near invincible.
Yeah.
Once on a battlefield, you know you're fucked.
well, what I've always liked about it is that
They butchered
Mando's always been kind of shitty. Like that's what I really like about
His
him
best
as the
feature is
protagonist.
having best
Yeah.
star armor.
Yeah, like that's like the thing that makes like, and he always gets back up. Like he's got like Rocky
Yeah.
energy. Like he's basically Rocky in
You can do it,
Invincible
Rocky.
Army. You know, and he's like,
punch that woman in the face, Rocky.
He's like,
like
cold, you're coming
with The Last Jedi, it's like I think most Star Wars fans, we wanted to see Luke in his prime.
Yeah.
Everybody wanted to see Luke in his prime.
I wanted him to take that lightsaber and be like, I could train you in the Force.
Yeah.
You know, like,
Instead, we got a fucking Force projection. Just going, see you later, kid.
Yeah.
That was it. He died.
Yeah,
and then
And his metal fucking hand didn't drop when his body disappeared. That pissed me off.
They killed him off. They killed Harrison Ford off.
Yep.
And then they keep Princess Leia, who actually died in real life.
And still is in
that's
the next movie.
That's how much they wanted to make sure that the women were in there.
Yeah.
Like, we're gonna kill off all the men.
You know what got me even more in Rise of Skywalker? The first thing Luke comes back, he's like, a Jedi doesn't just discard their lightsaber. It's like,
after he was just...
You're the one who did it. You're the one who sucked all of last movie with the titty milk. And it's just like, Jesus
Hey,
Christ.
hey,
terrible, man.
blue titty milk.
It's from the yak itself. God damn it. That's what Star Wars is now. I don't know.
Yeah.
And then I didn't even watch The Acolyte, but like I saw just some of the costumes from it. I was like,
I already checked out at that
I'm
point.
good on this one. Like,
I'm
you
like,
know,
I'll stick with the extended universe
because
shit.
it was
I'm not doing that.
the way Ahsoka looked in live action doesn't.
Her Leikus weren't long enough.
Yeah, it just doesn't.
I knew you were gonna
It
do it.
doesn't.
Fucking
No.
nerd. You didn't even know the word for it, but I'm gonna call him a nerd.
Yeah, I didn't know. Yeah, gay. But no, it wasn't even that. I prefer. She's one of those characters I've only seen in CGI, and I kind of want to keep it that way. It's just
That's
like
fair.
you know. So it's just like when she shows up, it's kind of weird. Rosario Dawson's a good actress, but what's she doing with the character? Like I don't know what they. So I watched all of her shit.
Oh.
And then Ray Stevens, like his last role was in that show. Wasn't that his name? Ray Stevens
Yeah,
played
Ray
like that Sith guy.
Yeah.
Or he was a Dark Jedi.
Okay, now I know who you're talking about.
He's like, oh, I'm gonna
I was
go
thinking
off and
fucking Ray
stand on
Parker.
this statue.
I'm like, Darth fucking Maul wasn't in that movie.
No.
Yeah,
So
Yeah,
it
that's
wasn't the
why
movie,
it
it
threw
was
me
the show.
off. Oh, speaking
But they
of
even brought in Thrawn, and I was like, this is cool. I like that Thrawn's here. Why'd they beat him? You know, like I was like, what happened?
Did you read any of the Air
No, they didn't
Empire?
beat him. He won. He came back. No, I didn't.
No, he didn't.
But I watched Rebels, and he was cool in that.
Okay.
And he was very blue, and he was really good in this game I was playing for a long time. So I know a lot of surface level knowledge of
Yeah.
bullshit from YouTube
I can't
videos.
even get into a conversation.
It's-
You're
yeah.
like, and he was blue.
Yeah, and he was blue. He was, he was he studied it. We could get into. I just don't want to alienate our guest with too much
He's
general
already gone.
niche. Yeah, the niche Star.
He
You can,
snuck out
you
a
can
while
talk
ago.
Star Wars, but when you get too niche, that's when I know we gotta come back. But because I think we said Mandalorian, and you were like, oh man, I don't give a shit about the Mandalorian. Did you watch
Well,
Mandalorian?
I watched the first season of Mandalorian.
Yeah.
It was good.
But I haven't seen the second or the third.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
First one was
Yeah.
good. I'll give him
Yeah.
that.
I haven't seen much Disney. I haven't seen anything on Disney for a while. So
Yeah,
That's fair.
dude.
They sucked for a while.
I think at this point we're just paying for it because Hulu comes with Disney Plus now. So like,
Yeah, I guess.
my son likes to watch Dragon Ball Z on Hulu. So I'm like,
Nerd.
pretty cool that we can watch Dragon Ball on a Disney channel. Like,
You watch wrestling at all?
Oh no, not for a long time.
Okay.
You know,
Okay.
I-
Yeah. Did you watch it at all when John Cena was wrestling?
No, not John Cena.
Okay.
no.
Okay.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
got fell
he's,
off. I probably fell off during the
Attitude era.
probably the attitude era.
Yeah.
It's been that long.
He's a bad guy now, John Cena.
John Cena.
Yeah.
He just turned heel.
That was probably the fourth most interesting thing that happened.
Well, you know, it's only a matter of time. You
Well,
know,
first we had this chick, Chelsea Green. Her whole ass was hanging out. We're pretty much back in the Attitude Era.
Yeah.
Tiffy Stratton, Tiffy time. Her she had a nip slip on stage, which was pretty good. So I had some Tiffy time in the back.
Stiffy.
And then Stiffy time, yeah. And then you get to see all of Liv Morgan's pussy for the Elimination Chamber.
It's like this here, you know, wrestling. I grew up in the era where, you know, they were all on steroids.
Yeah.
So it's
Yeah,
like
that's
when
the
you
point.
when you see them now, it's like, oh man, you know what I mean? It's like
Yeah.
you glad they're healthy.
Remember
but
that
it's
day when Vince McMahon was like,
Yeah,
fucking-
you're
That's
glad
like
they-
when The Rock shows up. He's like just much taller than everybody else, and it's just like, fuck, dude. Like, so even John Cena compared to The Rock, he's like a few inches shorter, and he's like fishy white. Like, he's like, that Jim Cornette would describe him as, he's got fishy, pale, white skin, and like,
white skin.
He's got just the biggest bald spot on the back of his fucking head right now. Like, it was,
it's so hard to go back and watch it now.
Yeah.
When you grew up with these big monsters, you know.
For me, Macho, I remember the NES game, or not the NES game, the Sega Genesis game my buddy had, and like we would watch wrestling in the mornings, turn on the NES game, or I can't even say it right, the Genesis game. My other neighbor who didn't like me, he had the SNES. But we played the Genesis game, and then we would play with the fucking wrestling figures, and then it was just all wrestling, and they were all like, rah, you know, they were all huge dudes. But like, I think Attitude Era started in 95, right? 96. Somewhere in the like I was like the perfect age for all of that to just perfectly morph me into the most fucked up person. Up. Yeah. It's just like, God damn it, Jenner, like I just like. Yeah.
I remember getting in trouble for doing the fucking 2 words for you.
No, I remember. But for me, it's like I remember Macho Man and Hulk Hogan more as like not until years later did I get to go back and enjoy them for all their good shit, because I remember them as NWO, Macho Man and Hulk Hogan.
Yeah,
you know?
You don't remember the golden era.
Yeah, no.
They're like, you had the golden era of wrestling, and
but dude, Macho Man was so good that even when like he showed up in Spider-Man, I'm still like, that's Macho Man, because he was also in Slim Jims, you know, like Macho Man was everywhere. He had his own rap album too. He did. Be a man, yeah. Hogan, you're a pussy, yeah. Be a man,
that's
Hogan.
true, in case you didn't know. Okay.
Be a man, yeah. Hulk Hogan, there, yeah. Let me tell you about Hulk Hogan. No, I don't want to do. I was listening to different podcasts today, and the arguably better comedian and Randy Savage impersonator. I actually listened to 2 of them.
Who?
I was Dan Soder. Dan Soder was doing he does this killer Macho Man, and then
you do a pretty good Macho Man, so I'm surprised.
What's the guy's name from Mad TV who does a really good Macho Man? He does an even better Jesse Ventura, but somehow those 2 both came up because he was on Chris Family.
Dude, Mad TV used to be the fucking shit.
That
was way better than Saturday Night Live.
I don't know. Shane Gillis's Saturday Night Live episode was on Saturday. It was a good episode. He's really good at sketch comedy. Because like, you know, you see everybody else on Saturday Night Live and they're like, well, Zach, that glass of water is over there. Yeah, and then they go back to, you know, like they stare at the title, like, but he's just like, he's pretty good about it. Like, I don't know if it's, I don't want to talk about other.
I like Mad TV more with like the fucking.
Eddie Murphy's still the king.
Dude, the 50th was him on that shit. He was Eddie Murphy and Will Ferrell in the same sketch was
too much
surreal. It was freaking.
Doesn't matter what the rest of the show was.
Halfway. Jesus Christ! It was so fucking
Eddie Murphy was damn.
He was great, king, dude. I think Steve Martin, like with the monologue, was like a typical Steve Martin, you know, interaction. Although Zach Galifianakis, I think, was my favorite of the whole night. Just Keith Richards like, I left my bandana here years ago. He's like, no one's seen this bandana. Can we stop talking about it? Jesus. Oh, that was cool. I can't believe fucking SNL's 50.
Yeah.
That's ridiculous.
75.
Jesus Christ.
1975.
Jesus Christ.
I'm gonna be. How
you start coming and they don't start coming.
42.
Oh fuck! Shit. You should have gave me a second. I was gonna say 43. I would have been so fucking close.
Damn it!
I'm really good at getting people's ages too. I would have got.
How old do you think he is?
Shit, damn! I know.
Thank you.
What I say about 35.
How old do you think he is?
I am 35.
35?
Yeah, I'm 35. Yeah, no.
I wanted to see if you.
I say it loudly. No, he's 34.
Oh, he's 34.
Yeah, I thought he was like 80. Now. You know,
yeah. John was so mad the day he found out he was older than me.
No, I felt really good about myself. I was like, man, my genes are great.
He saw me and he was like, shit, I'm older than him?
I thought you were like 40, man. Like, this is great.
Dude, I've always looked like a 38-year-old man.
No,
even when I was 18, I had the same beard and everything. I had the same dreads and everything. You think I'm kidding? I'm not.
You were in high school already looking like you peaked in high school.
My dreads were like this long back then. No, I didn't start my dreads until 2012, so I've had them for 13 years now.
I technically had dreadlocks once.
Yeah, it's just because you're a lazy shit.
That's actually what it was. I just had gross. I had nasty gross hair. And then I cut it all up. I was like, this is cultural appropriation. And
No, I'll tell you the truth, too. I started losing it up top, like in the front, and I was just like, before I fucking lose all my hair, I've always wanted dreadlocks. Yeah. So this is literally going to be the last style of hair I have until I'm just another bald motherfucker.
No, dreadlocks is actually what made my brother get bald.
You held on to it longer than I did.
Dude. Yeah, I was just like, that's it, man.
I think the last time my brother had dreads...
I went to high school with a kid. He was like 16 and he was already bald. I'm like, bro, fucking feel bad for you,
my
man.
My best friend in high school, like, his shit started going back, like, super bad, like, super early on. He would always give it, like, I always told him when I started balding, even in the slightest, I was going to go full cul-de-sac just to piss him off. And then do, like, a few little comb-over pieces, go the full uncle.
No, mine's not terrible. It's just, it receded enough where I was like, dude, I got to fucking... dread my hair now before I never have the chance. That was 13 years ago. I'm surprised I still have them.
Yeah, no, they're disgusting. It smells like weed and hemp. I
mean, that's what I smell like anyway.
Do you call them your emergency stash? Just like get your stash.
No, fun fact though, when I go to a concert and they always search you, if I put it up in a ball, like a bun, I can stick my bowl and like a couple of joints in there and they don't even search it ever.
I knew this guy Derek I worked with, he would be like, you want to hit it? Like, he had really long ass dreadlocks, and his catchphrase was, "You want to hit this bowl?" Talking about my bowl, but like he would have weed, but he would just say, "You want to hit this bowl?" But like he was so fucking funny because like he was never happy anywhere in the job that he was working. Like if he was in the back, he's like, "Man, I wish I was up at the front. They look like they're having fun up there. They're making money up there." Then he'd be on the front. He's like, "Man, I wish I was in the back because they just back there smoking all day."
I hate people like that.
God damn it! No, he was really chill. It's just like,
of course he was.
Really, it's like, I mean, dude, be real. You feel the same way, right?
That's human nature.
Yeah, you feel the same way.
Human nature is most people are never satisfied with what they got.
No, not at all.
Most people aren't. Most people aren't satisfied with what they got.
No,
fat people want to be skinny. Skinny people want to be gain weight.
That's right.
People that's bald want hair. I guess people with hair want hair. Yeah. You know what I mean?
No, I want less hair. Like this, like I've got so much hair that it's like climbing up my face and it's gonna take over my whole body.
My levels of I don't give a shit are just too high, I guess.
I
don't care.
Oh yeah, I mean you reach a point in your life where you don't give a shit.
No, Jebus, I wish that was the problem. I've always been like this. Well, like I don't give a shit. I really don't.
And I'm the opposite, where I'm like I if somebody dislikes me, it upsets me. Like I'm just like, oh man, what's wrong? Why don't you like me? What did I do? Like I get like very.
It's annoying when, especially if you know you never done nothing to nobody.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You never said nothing about them. You said nothing to them. You know what I mean? That's what started happening into this. When I got into this comedy stuff, you got certain people that just don't like you for no reason.
Did you walk into like the comedy politics like most people do? Well, you're like, man, they said I shouldn't go here, so fuck these guys. I'm gonna stay over here instead.
Whereas like, nah, it's just that, I just got to the where, you can always feel somebody's energy when they don't like you.
Yeah.
So when you go out to these places and these mics and stuff, and then you just feel these certain guys and certain gals and just. You can feel that they don't like you. You know what I'm saying?
Now I worry that I give off I don't like people energy, and that's why people.
No, you don't. Yeah. No, you get more of like I'm a crackhead circling back and forth, chain smoking energy.
Don't smoke crack. I'm just high strung.
That's probably what it is.
Too much.
I don't care if people like me or not, as long as you like. It's gonna sound arrogant as fuck, but if you're funny, I don't give a fuck. That's if I'm like producing a show, I'm like, dude, I fuck this guy, but he's good. Let's call him.
Yeah, that's the thing. That's what you wish everybody was like. You wish everybody was like, okay.
Well, I appreciate it.
He's funny, then I like him. Then I want him on my show. But a lot of them is, I don't like him, so I'm not going to book him.
No, fuck
I'll book my buddies, even though they're not really that funny. And it's like, it's crazy out here, man.
Like this podcast, we had a fucking list of names before we even fucking started filming, and like, you were in there immediately, which is why we got you on as early as we did.
No
but
women, though.
we were just like, all right, who else we want?
Y'all ain't had no women for real or what?
No.
We tried. I don't want to give out names right now, but we had one bail on us, and the other episode got fucked up.
Oh, okay.
I am asking one. I'm still waiting on a response.
I got to hit up. I'll tell you later.
Yeah.
But we got another one.
Ugh. God.
The one who comes with Ben Creed.
Oh, yeah.
That's who I'm hitting up.
Ben
Creed coming to the podcast in the middle of April.
No, we've been getting... We got...
I know exactly who that is.
We got we've been trying to, I've been mostly trying to make sure we get everybody who I started out with, and that's a little selfish, I feel like, but like I was like, if I do a comedy podcast, that's how it's gonna start. Like next week we're gonna have Khalil on, and Khalil hasn't done comedy in.
Well, to be fair, he's a fucking
months.
government man.
Yeah. Oh, dude, that's
so
gonna
when
be.
the military tells you, hey, you can't do. We gotta need you for like 6 months. Like that's it. Can't do comedy.
So, this non sequitur transition. You on the internet are, I think, one of the people who's very vocal about your dislike of the song "Not Like Us." Am I correct on this? Yeah. Okay. So
shit, we should have had him on last
Yeah.
week too with Antoine. Let you guys duke it out.
I don't want to talk to anybody under the age of 30 or whatever about music. You know what I'm saying? Like their idea of music is so damn different from anybody that's over 35. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? So it's like you don't even want to talk to somebody that's a millennial or whatever they call them.
Well, it's also like you have that musician mentality too. So like you have the thing where it's like when did you? Because you said you did rap before, right?
Yeah.
Like when? Like
I say probably started when I was about 16. So let's say 1998. Maybe.
Okay, you know so that explains a lot about your mentality. Just came out, fucking. Like honestly, that explains. That could really explain everything about your mentality because you did it. You were there doing it. Because like I feel the same way about like new metal music. Like I'm really glad it got a resurgence because like my first band was doing borderline new metal music, and so I'm just like, yeah, that shit kicks ass. I love Limp Bizkit, and then people will be like, well, Limp Bizkit's gay, and I'm like, shut the fuck up, stick.
Yeah.
At first you were so sweet, so sour, you know, but like was that like so I get that mentality. It's like you can't really have an opinion. Did you ever go out and tour? Did you ever?
No, I never done
No. I mean, like that's just the people who like with like. Did you ever tour? Did you ever do a show? Did you ever put together a song? Did you ever record anything? Did you ever write a lyric? You know, like
it's like with the Not Like Us thing.
I like that song. Now I'm on the camp where I do like it, but I just think it's just a catchy song.
Yeah, to me, it's like when you come from an era where beats were more complex, lyrics were more complex, and things like that, and it wasn't all about beef. See, the thing about it is what people realize is Drake is what makes that song popular.
Yeah. Well, see, that's why I think the song "TV Off" is a better song.
But it's like Drake is the reason that song is popular.
Yeah.
If that song wasn't
because there is a lot of fuck Drake mentality.
If that song wasn't about Drake, it'd be an average song.
Yeah.
It wouldn't be no Grammy winning song. You know what I mean? Because the beat is simple.
Hey, but we love super beats. Come on.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And then the lyrics is just the lyrics.
What really gets me is I think Drake, because he set that precedent with the Meek Mill thing. He did the whole back-to-back thing. Like I've seen so many dissections of that stupid beef. I'm just regurgitating what I've heard, but it's like, you know, he did the back-to-back thing, and then so he just set the precedent because it used to be, you know, was it Nas and Jay-Z? You put out an album, and then years later, another album comes out with a response on it. You know, it wasn't. Where's your, you know, it wasn't DJ Academics being like, drop, you know, like it wasn't, you know, or putting it in the song.
I feel like it's technology that changed that.
Well, yeah, for sure.
Fucking...
It's like right here, everything now, see, it's like right here when my cousin who likes, you know, Kendrick Lamar, he started breaking it down. And he started talking about all the stuff that's outside of music.
Yeah.
The beef with Drake. When Drake did this and then he did that. That has nothing to do with music.
Yeah.
That's the reason I don't
that's
like.
That's just two rich guys being petty.
That's the reason I don't like the song because the song itself.
That's what I'm saying.
The song itself is not a good song.
Did you listen to his the GNX album that Kendrick just put out?
No.
Listen to the song TV Off. That's the one with the mustard thing. That the song TV Off is Not Like Us with no Drake attached to it, which is when it came out, I was like, this is a better version of Not Like Us. To me, that's just my opinion.
I'm stuck in a time
I like both of them.
Like, I don't listen to anything that's past like 2010.
See, for me, because I remember,
I'm just like that, but except mine's even further back.
I'm saying like 2010 is the newest.
That's what I'm saying. I'm further back. I don't listen to anything past 2004.
Well, the first rap beef I really was exposed to, like as a young white kid being exposed to Eminem, was Eminem versus ICP, which was arguably one of the funniest rap because it's just really gay. You know, it's just like Eminem, they're just sitting there calling each other gay because, you know, it's just it's just a lame fucking two lame white dudes versus one lame white dude.
That's
I'm
fair.
sorry, Eminem might be a really good lyricist, but he seems lame. He seems like a lame guy, you know.
Well, it's like right here when you got a man who beef with Mariah Carey. I mean, come on now.
He got his career beefing with his mom.
Well,
What
that's
were
what
you
I'm
guys
saying.
expecting?
That's what I'm saying. That's why I've never really liked Eminem
Yeah.
because I never got into the whole disrespecting your
I
mother.
say it all the
your mother
time.
Stuff.
See, I was into the disrespecting your girlfriend because I was an angsty teenager,
Right.
and I was like, no girls just don't like. I was an incel before I got into high school. It was fun.
I've always said it. He's a fucking great lyricist. He's a great performer. It's just.
I think he's a great comedian. I think Eminem is a
yeah.
funny fucking comedian. I think when
Not a
he
huge
stopped
fan of
being
him.
funny, he stopped being good.
Right.
I think Encore was one of his best albums, and people will say that's his worst album. But I think it's honestly had some of the funniest shit he's ever said on it, and I will firmly stand by the stance that he is 1,000% better when he's being funny. I don't like his lyrical, whatever. I don't need it. Rap God was impressive, but then he just kept doing that, and it's just like, that shit, it's like a robot and it puts me to sleep. Like, if I want to hear fucking ones and twos be dialed at me, I would just turn on fucking binary
I can't really
code,
say much. I fucking love speed rap.
I don't like.
Busta Rhymes.
I appreciate it,
Twista.
but it's like, but Busta Rhymes doesn't just do that. Busta Rhymes was also, in my opinion, better when he was funnier because
Busta Rhymes
Give me
stopped
some
being
more.
good when he started
funny
hitting
as
the
shit.
gym.
Give me some more.
When he stopped being
boo-ha.
like your size and was like me and fucking Jebus Chrice combined, but muscle size. That's when he started.
My
falling
favorite
off.
Busta Rhymes video is the Woo-Ha remix with him and Old Dirty Bastard in the fucking insane asylum, fucking strapped up to their fucking straitjacks together. That shit was funny as fuck. I love that shit.
ODB fucked up the goddamn rap game.
Dude, when musicians are funny, that was always and that's why I think comedy was a natural thing to me, because I've always loved funny music. To me, outside of the obvious ones who were the voice influences, which Robin Williams, Jim Carrey, my biggest influences are musical comedy. If I'm listening to comedy, it's gonna be music comedy, for the most part. Tenacious D, Flight of the Conchords, fucking. What's that song where it's the four note chord song? It's they just sing a bunch of songs, but it's all the same whatever. I don't know. It's music nerd shit, but it's the pop chord. They do it. I'll have to find it.
Yeah, because we have no idea. What the fuck
I like musical comedy. It's what I like.
Nuts.
Arlo Guthrie, fucking. I can go back. It's old comedy too. There's old shit like that too.
I like to do a lot of parodies and stuff like that.
Yeah. Oh, same. Oh.
Yeah.
Oh shit. You see this?
So, I do a lot. I do parodies in my comedy. You seen me do it.
Mm-hmm.
Sing especially religious songs and stuff. Now,
Who's your favorite comedian?
my favorite comedian, I probably have to say Eddie Murphy. Either between Eddie Murphy or Bernie Mac.
Ooh.
Yeah.
God, strong styles on both of them too. I liked Eddie Murphy back in the day. Was really good. Delirious.
Yeah.
That was a masterpiece.
Delirious was the purple outfit, right?
Red.
Or it was
The red one.
Red.
Raw was the purple.
Raw was
Yeah.
purple. Okay.
Yeah.
Delirious when he was walking back for 15 minutes talking about he was afraid to get shot, but he didn't want people to look at his ass because he didn't want them to think he was gay.
And I say that Eddie Murphy might not have the greatest stand-ups,
Yeah.
but as far as his career,
Yeah. Oh, dude.
I mean,
hard to beat it.
yeah.
I don't know. That joke. Eddie, what have you done for me lately?
Yeah.
That shit.
Dude, no, he's all around.
Kills
I thought
me.
he was great.
Every
Yeah.
time.
Yeah.
Dude, ironically, another one of my comedians I really like is Eddie Izzard.
God, yes.
I don't know if he's just completely identifies as a woman now, but he was always I'm gonna dress up like a lady and I'm a transvestite.
I didn't know he was still alive.
Yeah, I think he is. He's just old now. I had a girlfriend who showed me him, and then he was just his fucking squirrel in a tree story. It's so weird and simple and dumb.
Crazy. You had a girlfriend before your wife?
Yeah. Not
Two
very
people?
many. Yeah.
Two people were like, he's the
me.
one?
They were like,
God damn,
no.
dude.
Only
I'm
one was like, he's the
surprised as
one.
fuck.
And that's why we got married.
Shout out to John's wife. Somebody had to take more.
Shout out to my wife.
Maybe she disagrees with
Yeah, somebody puts up with my shit. We put up with each other. We love each other.
Eddie Murphy back in the day was fucking great. I loved him. Eddie Izzard, I didn't even know he was still alive.
Apparently, Eddie Murphy still does stand up, and I would love to see Eddie Murphy do stand up in 2025.
He's probably doing the same thing everybody does. He's doing his retirement tour.
I doubt it. Honestly, I doubt it. He's got so many years where he didn't do comedy, stand up. He's probably got so many stories about
I say right now, Eddie Murphy can do an interview and kill.
I was about to say, fucking
Murphy's be funny as fuck.
And kill. He's done interviews with Jimmy Kimmel and stuff where he kills more than most comedians' sets.
Yeah, that's like Bill Burr. Bill Burr nowadays, he's fucking he'll go do an interview and just it'll be just comedy gold the entire time.
I love when people say that he's too aggressive. Have you seen Bill Burr ever?
Yeah,
that's his thing.
Yeah, he's actually Bill Burr's calmed the fuck down compared to
he had a kid and calmed the fuck down. Who would have thought that's all it took?
Yeah, he's done it. Bill Burr same way, do interviews and just kill.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Doing interviews and it's
Norm Macdonald was the same way too.
Norm Macdonald, nobody knew how to handle Norm. That was the issue. Is this guy fucking retarded? Is he trying to be funny?
Is he drunk?
Hysterical.
Howard Stern always thought he was drunk. I've listened to basically every Norm Macdonald interview. My favorite was when he had there was a 3-year arc where he had it was with Dennis Miller, who would do this puppet character, this ventriloquist character, where his puppet was a Holocaust denier. They would do the ventriloquist act, and in between their jokes, he would deny the Holocaust. There was no ventriloquist act. That was the joke. He was him setting up that he was a ventriloquist act, and that was the joke. Yeah, it's but ventriloquist act. Got a puppet, but in between jokes, he said he's a Holocaust denier. Just Jesus Christ.
No, Jesus.
Sorry, a bitch. Let me get an a bitch.
Bitch.
Yeah, dude. Hopefully next week I'll be doing this one with real glasses because I found out last week I've got to get real glasses. So I've just been fucking with my fake glasses. My fucking karma. I've got astigmatism. I could tell by looking at that light with my left eye. It's all just shooting. It's like a fucking impact frame in an anime nowadays.
It's almost like you either lose your hair or your eyesight.
Yeah,
most people with bald, most people that are bald got good eyes.
I've at least been practicing.
Most people who got hair need glasses.
I've been practicing all this time, so just fake glasses. I'm just
I just can't wait for the day where you just throw your real ones across the stage. And
I'm not going to do that. No, because I'm going to keep my fake glasses on me while I'm on stage. Because I'm going to throw the fake glasses and then pull out the real ones and put them on.
You say that now. So you're on stage mid-act.
And I'm actually thinking about getting another pair of fake glasses that keep the lenses in them, that are that have no prescription lenses. And just have those, let them break, and be oh, that's my fucking real pair. And they'd be just kidding, these are my real glasses. And then watch those get broken. I wouldn't leave those at home. I would leave them in the car probably.
3 pairs of glasses on stage? Come on.
No. It's I thought about putting on a hat and then wearing another hat on top of it.
Don't tell me what's wrong with
you. You ever done that before?
What, wear a hat on a hat?
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure I have.
I don't know. I thought I've seen you do that before.
Mildly certain I've done it because that was the joke. He's I'm putting a hat on a hat. I like stupid stuff.
I promise everybody listening, John is funny on stage.
No,
might not sound like it.
I'm funny to me. That's why, when I'm really comfortable, that's what I like. That's my White Rabbit experience every Monday. It's just I go up there to pop myself and just be I'm gonna try these dumb jokes I thought up, and then.
As I said, if you can stop getting in your own head.
Yeah.
Because it's right here, you can tell the times when you perform where you're not kind of how you closed out at Jacksonville.
Yeah.
It was me, Ryan, Crystal, you. It was almost man. I was man, we closed this shit out.
Yeah.
And it's man, you got down now off the stage, you had no shirt on, you basically was just.
Well, see, it's a time thing. When I have more time, when I have time to stretch, I stretch. I know how to fill. Ironically, I can do that and then still not even do all the material I had. I did a show in Kernersville a couple weeks ago, and then we had to you can do 20 minutes. Did it, still had fucking
Yeah, but then I
6
seen
bits down there.
then I've seen times where you get in your own head.
Yeah.
You shut
It's
shut yourself down.
It's those short time frames, man.
I don't
They
do
fuck
short
me up.
ones. That's my issue.
Yeah, like
I refuse to do anything less than 5 minutes nowadays. It's not
It's
worth
those
my time.
3-4 minute time
Fuck
brackets.
that.
Those
Not
always
doing
fuck
it
me
anymore.
up.
Well, it's like one time you got it in your head because David Pelcher, may he rest in peace. He performed. He was so energetic. And you said, "How can I follow that?"
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And you got to get down to the vault.
Yeah.
I can
I was
see
like,
that.
man, I was like, man,
Yeah.
you got to get it, you got to let it go. And you
Yeah.
was just, and you can't do that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
You got
no.
you got to always just get that shit out your head and just do your
I
shit.
remember
It's hard.
It was
It's so hard.
competition night, first night. I knew that John. That's when I found out how competitive John was.
Yeah.
Cause I got off stage and I'm like, all right, that was a good set. I had fun. And then John's out back just circling around, chain smoking 2 cigarettes. He's like, fuck this. I didn't do good. This show fucking bombed. And I'm like, John, dude, calm the fuck down.
Yeah,
Just
that's
hit the
right.
stage.
Hold on. My wife is calling me.
Oh, that ain't good.
Oh, yeah.
Good.
Hello.
While you do that, I'm gonna go fart.
Oh, you good, you good. We'll pause right here.
I thought we were at like 30
man.
minutes. Yeah. So, dude, thanks for coming out, man. I really do appreciate it. Like, we had Zach and JP's Burnt Out Hijinks.
Nailed it.
We're going to attach that to the front of the episode. Yeah, with that shit. We're going to put that at the front of the
We're
episode.
gonna do that at the front of the
Yeah,
episode.
and like I always say, we're going to do this. It is.
And I never
We're going to do
did.
these edits. Just do shit.
Oh,
It's
never
like,
did.
one day we'll get
Johnny
like...
related either.
One day we'll get like a guy we can like abuse who can sit in the corner and be like giggle at the stuff we say.
That's all we
but
need.
we just need a producer.
But Jay,
So if anybody wants to be a producer and not get paid and just hang out while we have funnier people as our guests.
I got weed.
Zach has weed. You can just sit here and check our levels.
but all right, Jebus, you want to tell these people how they can find you on social
Yes.
media?
Well,
I'm Jebus, Jebus, Chrice spelled like rice, CHRICE, LOL on what is it? Instagram, and then Jebus Christ on Facebook. I'm not on Twitter because they can trace back the things you say and shit like that.
That's fair.
Yeah, I don't want 10 years later they say I said the F word and then.
Oh, we do it all the time. I don't give a shit.
Oof.
But yeah, he's the Lord of Laughter. Jesus
Really
Christ. Thank you for coming out tonight, man. We appreciate it.
yeah.
All right, later, everybody.
Good night.